fight. CHAYAPHON MOONSRI going up against, what's your boy name? CHAYAPHON MOONSRI going up against LEROY ESTRADA. Fight in Thailand. ESTRADA 16-2. So, definitely leaning towards CHAYAPHON MOONSRI for this fight. I don't know why he go by two names. The other name, MENAYOTHIN. I don't know why he go by two names. I guess maybe one for America and one for over there. But with 49 fights, he definitely has the advantage over LEROY ESTRADA with only 18 fights. ESTRADA has, I want to say, like a Maidana looping hook style. He seems to favor the hook when he's coming in every trip. And CHAYAPHON MOONSRI, he kind of works like a De La Hoya, Floyd, like a Joshua, compact style. He doesn't have the footwork Floyd has, so he comes in straight like that Mexican style, but he has better defense, I would say, on the inside than your average Mexican fighter. Definitely keeps his gloves up, solid fundamentals in that Joshua type way, moves in that line like Joshua, works off the jab. That's his best attribute. I think he can go to the next level if he has some body work this fight. But I see him just controlling the pace of this fight, staying on the outside. I mean, he comes in, but his front to back movement is very quick, so he can get out of there when a lot of those hooks come, and maybe he can catch them and drop them. But at this weight, 105 pounds, it's not really crazy power going on that I've seen. I watched a few of his fights. The close fight I seen with him and Amari Kimura from Australia, by way of Tanzania, that was a pretty close fight, but he was 16-3, so these guys can be competitive. Most of these fights I've seen are competitive, but one thing I've seen that stood out with him, now that fight was a little more competitive than normal, but a few of the other fights I took, he just controls the fight with the jab, and he's solid. He can make you miss because he moves in and out, so quick, so he's not slow in the way when I say that Mexican style, a lot of them are slow-footed. He can still move out quick, kind of like how Pac can get in there and get out. And he works off the jab and he keeps his hands up, so I think that's what'll set him apart. Maybe at some point he drops LEROY ESTRADA. Let me see how many KOs he got. He has a 35% KO rate, going for 50-0, big time over there in Thailand, 32 years old. And he's fighting a 23-year-old younger fighter. He has experience, so I definitely expect him to control this fight, and I think he's going to want to look good. Going for 50-0, and it's not what Floyd did, but over there they probably look at him like that. So I expect it to be a competitive fight, but I think down the stretch he'll end up controlling the fight and start working off the jab. But he's not one of those guys who's scared to get in the bang out, so I expect a little bit of that. But when it really counts in the championship rounds, he's just gonna outbox LEROY ESTRADA.